Hi! Good afternoon, ma'am, and good afternoon, classmates. I am Aira and I have here with me my co-presenter and a very good friend of mine, Miss Stephanie.
Hi everyone! So this afternoon, we will be discussing one of the theories that was pioneered by the famous psychologist Sigmund Freud, which is the psychosexual theory of development.
Get started, allow us to share with you a quick video wherein Freud's theory on psychosexual has been applied in an actual life situation.
Directions to see who our son loves more.
Alright, so this video is a refresher to give you a little idea on what to expect in the following slides.
He clearly loves me.
According to Sigmund Freud's psychosexual development theory, we go through 5 critical stages as we grow up. Our sex drive, or the libido, concentrates on a particular erogenous zone at each phase, according to Freud. The oral, anal, phallic, latency, and genital are the phases. And if our experiences throughout any of these stages were traumatic, we may develop neuroses, dependencies, addictions, and depressions later in life.
Let us continue narrowing down each phase of development according to Freud. First, there is the oral phase, which lasts from the birth to 1 year. So we learn about the world through our oral senses during our first year of life. Our favorite pastime is sucking our mother's breast or a bottle. So to help you comprehend, I will going to offer you a sample situation. Erwin is painlessly weaned from her mother's breast. Christian's mother quits feeding him at the age of 4 months, which is far too soon. When Maria is hungry, she is frequently left alone to wail. What do you think is going to happen? Erwin grew up to be a healthy and self-sufficient adult. Christian has been through a traumatic experience and has developed an oral fixation. He attempts to make up for it by constantly chewing gum. Maria spends her entire life seeking oral stimulation that she was denied as a child, resulting in a manipulative and addictive mentality.
Right, so the next phase is the anal phase, which persists around the age of 1 to 3 years old. The management of the bladder and the bowel movements is the primary focus of our libido at this point. We are learning how to use the potty, to put it in a more simple tone.
Here's an example of a scenario. Erwin's parents congratulate him on his attempts to use the toilet and advise him to take things at his own pace, while Christian's parents compel him to go to pee too soon and penalize him for making mistakes. Maria's parents completely disregard any attempts at potty training. Later on, Erwin develops a competent personality, as well as a positive and balanced relationship with authority. Christian develops a personality that is anal retentive. He matures into an overbearing and stingy adult who has a disdain for his own body and a proclivity to obey authority. Maria, on the other hand, develops a personality that is anal expulsive. She becomes unkempt, disorganized, insensitive to others' feelings, and rebellious.
The phallic phase, which lasts from 3 to 6 years, is the third stage. As we learn from the differences between the female and the male gender, our libido shift to the genitals. And in this phase, the boy's conflict is a competition with their father, often known as the Oedipus complex. Christian and Erwin, for example, want to possess their mother and dream about getting rid of their father, but they are aware that their father is stronger and fear being punished as a result of their desire. Castration anxiety was a term coined by Sigmund Freud to describe this behavior. Maria suffers from penis invade. She believes that a penis is the path to dominance and power, and she desires one. During the time, Erwin's father was quite present. Later on, Erwin overcomes the disagreement by empathizing with him. He learns how to act like a man. He respects all genders as an adult. Christian's father was not present at the time, lacks a strong sense of manhood. He is insecure about his sexuality and has a mother fixation. He also a tendency to be aggressive toward women and is always competing with other men. Maria's penis in Vey lasts the rest of her life, resulting in an inferiority complex toward men in her situation.
At the ages of 7 to 13, the latency phase begins. Our libido is restrained during this phase as our sexual energy is channeled into the development of life skills. Our superego develops and we become more attached to social values, same-sex heroes, and friends.
Erwin, for example, has a wide range of interests. Christian enjoys his schoolwork, while Maria makes a lot of new acquaintances. In this period, there is no serious dispute. The abilities they learn throughout latency will benefit all three of them for the rest of their lives.
The genital phase, which lasts from adolescence until death, is the final stage. Our libido becomes active again as we enter the puberty and we have an interest in sexual partners. As an example, Erwin, Maria, and Christian encounter the issue of balancing the id urges with the superego's need to conform to social norms. The formation of a strong ego aids in the finding of a middle ground between the two. Erwin, who had a relatively trauma-free childhood, is able to develop a strong ego. He is well behaved at work, has a loving relationship and sexual life that he enjoys. Christian's ego is weaker than his superego. He obeys rules and authorities, suppressing his wants as a result, resulting in the development of perversions. Maria's ego and superego are both weak. Her sexual needs take precedence above societal conventions or other people's sentiments. She is egotistical and she bears no remorse for breaking the law of causing harm to others.
To comprehend the theory, it must be viewed in the perspective of Sigmund Freud's classic work on unconscious, by admitting that we have a subconscious mind. He also claimed that we unconsciously preserve memories from our childhood and other experiences, and these prior experiences therefore have unknowingly negative impacts on our daily behavior. Our mind, according to Freud, is divided into three spheres, which we might visualize as a submarine. The unconscious level controls the id, the superego is controlled by the preconscious level, and the ego is controlled by the unconscious and the preconscious levels.
For better understanding, the id drives the young children to demand rapid gratification, and we begin to develop superego about the age of 7 and strive to be moral good citizens and please others. And the ego is established during the adolescence to bring two forces into balance.
To sum it up, Dr. Sigmund Freud, the originator of psychosexual theory on development, was a Viennese physician. The unconscious, according to Freud, remembers and stores all of our memories, which then resurface from time to time through dreams and associative thoughts. We can release ourselves from our neurosis and live a more healthy and fulfilling life by exposing traumatic memories and desires through communication. He suggested that instead of trying to get rid of our complexes, we should learn to live with them. They are what legally guides our behavior in the world.
So what are your thoughts on this theory? We hope that we were able to provide you a better grasp on Sigmund Freud's psychosexual theory. Consider whether his theory was applicable or somewhat related or connected with the changes that occurred as you grew.
And that's our presentation. Thank you and stay safe.